If you do or ever have struggled with a heel strike hitting shanks, this video is really going to be for you. Make sure you check it out. Shank, a really destructive shot coming out the heel. You don't know why. I'm going to share with you the main reasons for it, but I'm going to share with you, more importantly, some real simple exercises to make sure they never return again. If you're new to my channel and you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. The info for me just come along the bottom of the screen right now. So what I was doing there was one of the drills, one of the exercises I'd get you to do if you struggle at all with a heel contact. So striking the ball off the inner part of the golf club, if it comes extremely off the heel, called a shank, it's going to shoot that ball way off target. So for me as a right-handed golfer, out to the right, left-handers off to the left, but it's almost going as far offline as it's going forwards. Very, very destructive and frustrating. But this is one of the exercises I'd get you to do. So I had the toe of the golf club up to a golf ball. I just left a slither of a gap from the edge, the toe edge of the golf club to the golf ball, and I put this ball in the middle of the golf club. I set up then to the outside golf ball and tried to hit the inside one. What's that really achieving? It's getting my arms closer and the club closer to my body on the downswing and the backswing. So I'm over exaggerating. Now I hit that way off the toe of the golf club as a real compensation. So I actually almost hit it from here. I was nowhere near hitting the outside golf ball because your mind just doesn't want to let you do this. So you set up to the outside one, you're hitting the inside one. It's really making the practice harder than the reality. Now, what I was trying to feel to be able to get my arms closer to my body, as I was swinging down, I was trying to get the sensation that I kept my backside out, that I kept room for my arms to get closer to my body. So I'd say the number one reason for hitting the ball out the heel of the golf club, the neck of the golf club, is we set up, let's just have one ball in there, we set up out the middle, but into impact, our body is moving forwards towards the golf ball. So we're actually getting this early extension where our hips are going towards the golf ball, our arms are going out in front of us, and we could hit out the heel. Now, the other reasons may just be that we get our arms severely out in front of us and we don't compensate by getting our arms inwards enough. And I occasionally see it from the golfer who's trying to swing too much down the target line. And again, we see these arms moving out in front of them too far away from their body, so they don't allow that club to work on an arc. They're trying to almost swing down the target line and they struggle with some heel contacts. I would look at it on camera. I would use a cheap app just to draw a line on your backside and see if you're maintaining posture, or if you're doing that pretty well, are you just getting your arms a long way away from your body? I'd say they are the number one reasons why we'd see that heel contact. This is a great exercise to get that feeling of getting your arms closer to your body, but I want you to create that space ideally, especially in practice, by feeling like you keep your tailbone out. So as another at-home exercise, I would definitely use something behind you. So I'd put a chair, a stool, a stand against your backside, and I'd just try and make a golf swing where in the downswing you just feel like you keep your bum on the line. Now it's actually going to be my right hip, my trail hip on the line on the backswing, my lead hip more on the line on the downswing as my hips are rotating. But having something behind you as a marker, so when you're doing some at-home exercises, to get the feeling of keeping your bum back on the line is really going to help you. So you could definitely hit some shots with the chair, the stool there. Very simple exercise. As I said, this one that I did was setting up, if I do one more of these, to the outside one, try and hit the inside one. So I could just perhaps do the two parts together there actually. So I'm going to try and hit the ball with the chair against my backside, but I'll do the two ball drill. So I've got the chair on my backside. That's about my normal distance away, but I'm setting this second ball up. So I'm going to set up the outside one, try and hit the inside one. And there's an extra part here. You don't have to do the two together. I'm doing it by almost applying that pressure back on my backside and getting my arms closer to my body. So I'm creating the space with my backside for my arms to get into. Okay, so again, hit it way out the toe of the golf club. Almost finished quite curtailed because I was really trying to get the feeling of almost keeping my left bum cheek on the line. Again, hit that way off the toe of the golf club. Missed the outside one, got my bum on the line. So I know I kept hip depth and I know I got my arms closer to my body. Now, a last exercise we can do and then how we could take it to the golf course. And this is another simple one. I've had success with golfers doing this before, is actually get them to set up a normal distance away, not standing further, but actually start with the ball towards the heel of the golf club. Now they know if they don't get their arms in, so again it's almost an over-exaggeration drill, they know they're going to hit the ball out the heel of the club. So they don't stand further from it and cheat, they stand normal distance away from the golf ball, but they're addressing the ball, or from the club, but they're addressing the ball out the heel. And then they've got to again get their arms inwards to not hit it out the heel. So address out the heel, but then try and get a better contact on the back of the golf ball by getting, again, my arms closer into my body. How could I take that to the golf course? Well, a lot of golf balls do have some kind of logoing on there. So 18 times you're allowed to choose where you position the ball. And if you're playing in the winter and you're finding the fairway, winter rules, you're perhaps allowed to mark, clean, place the golf ball. So again, you could use the logo. So you could put the logo down in the center. This is definitely something you could do on the driving range as well, and focus on almost striking the inner part of the golf ball. So I'm almost trying to get the sensation the club is going to strike this inside edge of the golf ball rather than the outside by moving out in front, or my arms are moving too far in front of me. This one I set about the middle, but just as a visual aid, I'm almost focusing on striking the inner part of the golf ball rather than the outside. So this may be how you take it to the course. So it didn't feel anywhere near the neck of the golf club, the heel of the golf club. Was focusing that setup almost on the middle of the ball. On the downswing, I was focusing on more striking the inside edge. So that could be a simple way that you take it to the golf course. I would definitely look at where your backside is or where your arms are getting on the downswing to know which you need to work on. But doing those exercises is going to eradicate it. So I'd do the chair against your backside. I'd definitely do the 2-ball drill, which is quite a hard one if you've never done it before. How you can take it to the golf course is maybe just using that line on the ball, focusing on striking the inside edge. If we can take that heel strike out for you, it's going to make the world of difference to you. It doesn't matter here whether we're talking about the irons, the wedges, doesn't really matter. Even if it's a heel contact with the driver, it wouldn't perhaps be so destructive. You'd expect maybe more of a slice, but there luckily isn't that hosel, so you wouldn't expect to see the shank, but the same drills would still be applicable for you. If this video has helped, hit the thumbs up. Put some comments below, great to hear from you guys, and make sure you subscribe to my channel for all the other content.